Welcome back, lads and lasties, to yet another video of a movie review that I'm gonna do. I haven't done this in quite a while, but I felt like it was time to actually start making these types of videos again and maybe get back into the movie scene because I actually haven't watched that many movies or series lately. However, there was one movie that I was really looking forward to and I actually did watch it, and that movie is gonna be the center of our topic today, which is gonna be none other than the Chainsaw Man movie, the Chainsaw Man Reze arc, or Reze arc. So, what can I say about the movie? Well, if I wanted to be like everyone else on Twitter or Reddit, I would just simply go ahead and start by saying that, oh my god, the animation was so good, the visuals look so nice, oh my god, yada yada yada. Yes, by the way, the animation was absolutely top tier, the visuals were looking amazing, which makes me really happy because this year has been such an amazing year for feature films, especially from Japan and especially anime. Because not only did we get this movie this year, but we also got the Demon Slayer movie. And both of these movies are gonna do incredibly well. I mean, we already know that the Demon Slayer movie already did insanely good, but I'm honestly very confident that the Chainsaw movie will do great as well. Not only because of the fact that the IP is well known, but also because the movie is just simply that good. So what? Let's talk about the movie for you this time. So what happens in the movie? First of all, the movie is 1 hour and 40 minutes long, so it's like 100 minutes long. It's definitely shorter than the Demon Slayer movie, so if you were able to see through that, you're definitely gonna be able to see through this one. The first half of the movie is a bit slower than usual because this time around we kind of see a bit more into the everyday life of Denji, especially, and his romantic life a bit more because, as you already know, a lot of people describe Denji as being this hypersexual character who sexualizes women and whatnot, and that is one of the most stupid takes I have ever seen. Because this has been a big issue in the Chainsaw Man community because people who read the manga usually tend to know better. I mean, usually tend to know better how the main character of the manga acts. However, this time people don't seem to understand him all that much because Denji has been poor ever since he was a child. Like, he has been literally paying the debts that his father left behind, and he couldn't do anything. Like, Pochita was his only friend as well. He's been through shit. Like, he's been through thick and thin absolutely all his life. So that's why this movie hits so much better and why this arc is so important. Because, as the name suggests, this arc is about Reze, who is also the bomb girl. Oh my god, spoiler. Nobody saw that one coming, especially every single person who saw the trailer. Um, so, in the movie, in the very first half, we see Denji going on a date with Makima. And we can already see where the movie is gonna be going with this whole thing, especially if you're only a person who watches the anime. So, I mean, you're an anime only. But you have probably seen manga panels because it has to be one of the most shared mangas out there, I'm pretty sure, because I have seen a shitload of spoilers, I can tell you that, which I am not happy. And this movie will actually get me to finally start reading the manga, because I have been wanting to do that for a long time, but I actually feel like I might do it this time. Okay, so in the first half, we see Denji going on a date with Makima, which is probably one of the most boring days our guy had. But then again, he doesn't really care because of his miserable past and because he doesn't know how people treat him. This has been a big talk in the community, by the way, lately, especially because of the movie. Because of the fact that Denji has been through so much shit, and because he didn't really have friends who he could rely on and know how people act, what he didn't really contribute to him growing as a person. And what that means is he won't know that Makima is doing all these things to him, like taking him out on a date just to keep him even closer to her, even though he is just an asset to her. And she is literally grooming him. He is 16 years old. Let's not forget that. So yes, some people could argue that, oh my god, the hormones are here and there, but no, that's just not how it works. The way it works is Denji likes people who help him, and but help him, not help him, but who show him that they want good for him, but in reality they just wanna use him. And coincidentally, these characters are usually women in this case, because then again, story-wise, it makes a lot of sense because it's much easier for him to get enticed by women doing this. After he's dated Makima, he keeps on thinking about her like non-stop. Then suddenly one day the rain starts and he meets Reze in a phone booth. Then he starts spending every single lunch with her, talking to her, making and becoming friends with her, and of course he starts to like her. However, he doesn't know that Reze is also using him, just like Makima did. But this will change towards the movie, I'm pretty sure, towards the end of the movie. But this is basically the first half of the movie. We see Reze and Denji's relationship develop, and how they like spending time together, how they like each other. And there's this very nice steal that I absolutely loved in the movie. So basically, there's a still image of a spider catching a monarch butterfly. Now, for those of you who don't know, a monarch butterfly is actually poisonous. And after the spider catches the butterfly, they both die. Because it just makes sense. Because the spider is the poisonous butterfly. But this works really good because just before the spider finally eats the butterfly, we see the scene where Denji and Reze are actually swimming together. And when Denji jumps into the pool, well, then the spider eats the butterfly. Which kind of means that they are kind of killing each other. In a sense. Which means they are both toxic and poisonous to each other. Which is a really, really nice foreshadowing for people who only watch the anime. And there was also another painting of a shepherd. Like there were the sheep around him, and there was a girl in the shepherd's lap, laying there. I honestly couldn't find that painting in real life, but I'm pretty sure that's also a reference to something. I did find something, but I am not sure that that's it. So I'm not even gonna go into it. Anyway, in the second half we see Reze reveal to Denji that she is actually the bomb devil. And then, obviously, a long fight ensues that lasts basically all night. We see a lot of people dying. I really love the beam, the shark guy and Denji's dynamic in the movie. It was a bit slower at the start, but as we kept progressing, it kept getting better and better, which I was really happy about. And what people need to understand is that the movie hits hard because the movie is really much more about how gullible Denji is, because characters actually point that out, especially Aki, who just straight up calls him gullible. But towards the end, we see So towards the end of the movie, we see Makima finding Reze as Denji says goodbye to Reze. He doesn't kill her, but because he loves her, of course, and he really likes her. Once again, a mistake from his part, and just proving how easy he is to be manipulated. But that's not his fault. Like, his life has been shit. Like, there were so many things that he couldn't change that just led up to this point in time. Anyway, Reze goes away, then decides to go back to the cafe where he she spent her lunchtime with Denji every single day, showing that she actually did care for Genji, fucking hell. Showing that she did care for Denji in the end, which is probably why it hits even harder that Makima kinda stops her. I mean, not kinda, but just straight up stops her. And sadly, the story doesn't have a happy ending, but I mean, how would it have a happy ending? There's no happy ending here. But it was definitely. I would say it was good for Denji's character, but then again, it wasn't because he is still hoping for Reze to come back. She won't. There's no way for her to come back because Makima killed her. But this will only mean that Makima is still the one in control and she's still controlling Denji, thus ensuring that she is the only one. And later on, this will turn into something much bigger, but basically this is what the movie was about. Then again, I absolutely loved it. The visuals, the music, the score was insanely nice. Like, I remember during the boss fight, I am talking like as if it was a video game, fucking hell. So, the last fight where Denji was fighting the Typhoon Devil and the Bomb Devil, aka Reze, I straight up started smiling like crazy because the animation was so amazing. Like, I feel like everyone should go and watch the movie because it's really, really nice. But not only that, but because even if you haven't watched the first season of Chainsaw Man, you will probably still understand the movie. Like, it's so blatantly obvious that I don't understand how some people can see the whole point of the movie and the story arc of Denji, but then again, sometimes these things happen. Anyway, I would... Now, well, I actually haven't seen... No, I wanted to say something else. No, that's for another time. Okay. I honestly feel like the movie was a 10 out of 10. Like, there was nothing wrong with it. It was beautifully adapted. It had a beautiful story. We saw, I would say, character developments, but then again, it's not really development, but like finding out more about them. But I still feel like this was very important for the story. And I'm looking forward to season 2 of Chainsaw Man and how it's gonna continue because it's gonna get even better. Anyway, I was Paul and thank you for watching my video.